Okay, thank you so much. First of all, I got to give back to you. Thanks for that wonderful introduction. Got my palms sweating. I'm like, man. But I sure appreciate you so much, sir. Also to the myEcon, the corporate, Mr. Stokes, and everybody. I enjoyed listening to Miss Madeline. I enjoyed listening to Mrs. Stokes with the strategy. And it's so interesting, right? Or how we started this this training today, and I'm only here to share my testimony, okay? But how is all God connected? And you're gonna see how I'm going to say some of the same things that everybody has been saying already, but at the same time, I'm gonna share with you a small piece of my journey in myEcon. So thank you, Mr. Stokes. Thank everybody, all the leadership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So real quick, let me share my screen so I can introduce or let some people see some of my story. I'm about like Mr. Stokes a little bit. I think I got it now. Okay, cool. June, could you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool deal. All right, here we go. Who am I? You looking at it. June gave a great explanation. I like to talk about build it and they will come. So tonight or this afternoon, we are talking, or this morning, we're talking about building. You will always hear me say the biggest room in the world is that room for improvement. This is all I want to do. Encourage others, okay? I don't want to impress nobody, but I do want to impress upon you, all right? How myEcon has changed the Hill's life, okay? And I promise you, don't quit until you hit, and it will change your life as well. Now, I do have an organization. My organization is called the Financial Blueprint Academy. Why did I call it that? Because it started giving me a financial peace of mind. Now, I've made it to where I'm at today. I understand. And like you heard Mr. Stokes say, I'm glad I did, okay? Now, I had 12 years in the military when I started myEcon. I started in 2008, all right? Now, before myEcon, I had more month than money, all right? I could not show $1 saved for every hour that I have worked. So in Augusta, Georgia, I'm like, it has to be a better way. So I started learning and attending training events and showing up, right? So I made up in my mind that I wanted two things, time freedom, and I wanted this American dream that I had heard about growing up in the small town of Perry, Georgia. Now, my daddy was 60 years old when he had me, all right? My daddy was 60 years old when he had me. And when my daddy passed at the age of 89 years old, he only had $800 in his account. So I knew right then he was shortchanged on the American dream. So I started studying myEcon very hard. So now I have cash flowed over $1 million, okay? We have built our dream home. My why, I just wanted time freedom. That's all I wanted. Me and my wife have been separated, different places, doing what we do to serve our country. And time apart was always hard, but time together, we had more fun to include with our kids. So my why was to get to this American dream, all right? So let me just share with you what I did. I heard people say documentation beat conversation. I'm just documenting what we did, and all you have to do is follow it. This comes straight out the PCP. Once again, myEcon provided. We're on step 7, just to show you what we're doing. Now, here's the nugget, because I'm supposed to share my testimony and give you building nuggets, all right? Why build your business? It's simple to me, okay? Replace what you will lose in retirement. You know, if you got a government, I don't know what kind of job you're working, but what I have found out that looking up to my mother, Social Security is not enough to take care of anyone. You can't rely on anyone to take care of you. So Mr. Stokes had asked me a question one day before I retired from the military. He said, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna continue to work for half of the pay? And I asked him what was the other option. He said, build your myEcon business. He said, you're going to already get half of the pay anyway. So that's exactly what I did. I started building my business, and that supplemented what I lost in retirement. Okay. See, number two, the question that he asked me one day, or that he told me, shared with me, one day you will have to make a living without working and be cool with it. All right. By the grace of God, when the pandemic hit, okay, guess what? I wasn't working anyway, but it did not affect the Hills' personal finances. Okay. So I just want to share that with you, because what the pandemic really did is it exposed people's financial situation. So that's why you're sitting on the gold mine. Okay. So if you don't remember nothing else, remember this: you will retire off of what you build. Once you change your story, I promise you, your life will change. It happened to me by way of myEcon and the people around me. Okay, that's when they started teaching me. It's a huge nugget, ladies and gentlemen: personal growth and self-development. Ms. Madeline did a wonderful job. That's the type of people you want to let pour into your mind. For the simple reason is, write this down if you're taking notes. Your mind comes before money. Your mind must come before money. Here's why I say that: because you can only have as much money as your mind can take you. All right. That's why you see a lot of people losing it. All right. So the importance of personal growth and self-development is the foundation of your entire organization. All right. Now, I got it. If you just got started, when I first started, my first 4.5 years, I didn't have a clue what I was really doing, but I knew how to minimize my taxes. That was enough. That was income shifting part one for me. That was step one. And I got stuck on it for 4.5 years, giving it my best. But I say that to say this: if you just get started, nope, this business is not for you. Okay. It's for the person that you are becoming. I became who you see today in front of you. All right. Because I was being everything that myEcon leaders was telling me, everything that Mr. Stokes and Mr. Curry was showing me. I started becoming it and doing those things. That's what got me here to have what I'm going to share with you. And I'm going to be done. All right. Now, how did I do it? I had a lot of setbacks, and I'm still having setbacks, but I embrace them. All right. I seek the value in every lesson. So you learning something today. Make sure you take notes. I tell people all the time, a sharp pen or pencil will outperform a long memory any day. All right. So don't hold no grudges. One thing you can't do when you're on your personal financial success journey, you can't hold no grudges, and you can't have no regrets. Okay. Now, one of the biggest challenges that you might encounter is patience. Patience. Most people would not give personal growth and self-development time to manifest. You cannot microwave it or catch up. It has to run its course, and the course is never ending. All right. So understand this, ladies and gentlemen, that as long as you are plugged in, myEcon Associates, as long as you are plugged in, the growth is happening. Remember, I started this in 2008, and it is 2021. See, 10 years, 5 years, it's going to come. Okay. You want to have an income for life. Now, just to show some of my statistics, okay, this was back in 2019. All right. This is a pay stub. Okay. 35% of, and of course, this was my wife, her income was going to retirement account. At that time, I think the max was 19,000. Okay. This is all because of myEcon. All right. All because of myEcon. We minimized the taxes. 2020. Okay. What we need to do? We went up 45%. The government, very smart. We could put 45% in, but they're going to cut you off when you hit the 19.5. So they cut us off when we hit the 19.5. If I would have had a strategist, a cash flow strategist, okay, you got an extra I had an extra $2,400 a month. I had to tell it to go somewhere. If not, big business consumer mentality would have took it. But thank God for my econ mentality and my military mind. I just did strategic things. Guess what? I don't work. I am, I guess you say, self-employed. So this is what you heard Mr. Stokes talking about. I told you God worked in mysterious ways. This is for my business. You use the same brain. I use the same brain for my personal as my business. This is my self contributions. I also was given as much as I can. And that was 2020. And you see year to date, that was $16,000. You know? Now, as we move along, you heard we just purchased our dream home. I just want to share this with you. And that's my wife. She's signing some checks. She probably wasn't real thrilled and happy at the time because it probably scared her. The biggest check she ever wrote out. But I knew the money was there. And I said, you write it out. You the one who got the upgrades. And ladies and gentlemen, these are personal checks. We had to get a cashier check, but the cashier check wasn't enough. So we had to do some more. That's how the upgrades in this home, you know, I just want to share with you, not the impression, but a $500,000 home, okay? During a pandemic. Wasn't nothing that we did. We are blessed, but we're not the only people on earth, okay? But we took care of our money. And we used these 5 things right here. That was it. I just want to get a couple pictures of the outside just so I could stretch somebody else who was dreaming. See, this is a little bit of the inside. I don't have pictures of the current inside because we got, you know, stuff a little everywhere. But, you know, record your journey, ladies and gentlemen. Document it. See, that's me in my home office, but the home office, I don't even have my table. So I had to come up to the media room. All right. Now, as I close, I just want to say this. All right. Secure your land first. That's what we did in building this home. That's what I had to do in building my business. Your land is your mind. Okay. Whatever you let come in, trust me, it will grow. All right. All building must start on a solid foundation. Use your tools, my econ associates. Use your tools. Obey the rules. You heard what the IRS said. Obey those rules and use your tools. Because if you try to build anything just on sand, all right now, by the time you get to the roof, it could all crumble. Or if you don't know how to properly build, when they're talking about your personal financial success, right? You may think investing first and you put the roof on the ground and try to put the frame and it's upside down. It's gonna fall. Obey the rules and use the tools. That's all I did, all right? Now, if you don't remember nothing else, I remember hearing Mr. Stokes say this. I take great notes and I apply everything that pertains to me, all right? He said it's not gonna be myEcon that's gonna make you wealthy. Well, it did. He said it's not gonna be your work that make you wealthy. It's not another degree that's gonna make you wealthy. He said it's your own money. So you have to learn how to take care of your money. And I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, if you build it, they will come. They will come, all right? You got the financial prescription, all right, to help anybody get out of their financial troubles, all right? Make sure the only way you can do it is to stay plugged in and focus. Follow one course until you're successful. Once again, my name is Terence Hill, and like I always say, the biggest room in the world is that room for improvement, ladies and gentlemen. Keep stepping. I'm glad I did. June Back to you, sir.